In this video tutorial I would like to show you how to create a structural beam. I have drawn 4 walls that are going from level 1 up to level 2, and I will draw structural beam on the level 2 floor plan. I go to structure. Now I see on the view an underlay of a level 1, which is listed under here. I can turn it off, but I will turn it on in order to see the walls from which the structural beam will span. So I select the beam, and I see that there's only W shape already loaded into the project. So I go to load family and search for structural framing catalog. I go to wood and select casual timber. The profile is rectangular. I will not pay attention to the precise size of it, so I select a random one and click OK. Now I pay attention to the placement plane, which is now level 2 as I wanted. So I will draw the first one, but also we can look at the Z justification. We have a Z axis, which is now set to top. We can change it to bottom if you want to draw using this plane, right? So when I click here and go to 3D view, the beam will be like that, you see? If you see only a line, that is because we are in the coarse level of detail. If you change it to medium, we will see the profile. I like to change to shaded view so I can see clearly these two elements. And as I mentioned, there is a Z justification that is often used, and now it's set to bottom. If we change it to something like top, it will go down, right? When I go back to level 2, you see that this beam is now not there. So when I go to medium level of detail, this beam will appear, but as an underlay. So I guess there is a problem with view range. If I select shortcut VR or search in properties of the floor plan such parameter as view range, I can edit the view depth of this setting. When I go unlimited and click apply, nothing will really change because now the underlay is active. But if I turn it off, now these elements are really visible in this view, not as an underlay but as an element. Okay, so now we have the first beam, and let's change its Z justification to bottom and look at the shape handles that this beam has at each end. So we have a round shape handle and this triangular one. If I drag this triangular one, the parameter I modify is a cut length. You see, the cut length has changed and increased to 10,100 millimeters. If I undo this change, you see it's now 10,000. Redo, 10,100. If I want to modify the length parameter, I would drag this beam, and I would drag this shape handle, round one, right? You see, now this parameter is changing. By using this triangular shape handles, we are actually modifying start extension and end extension. So if I go here 100, it should also extend 100 millimeters on the other side. Okay, but it's just some details. So the other thing that it's modified using this round shape handles is analytical models, which is used for by a structural engineer. So okay, let's go back to modeling. I can also change the total length of this beam using an align tool. So I go to align, click on the face of this wall and face of this beam, right? And I will do the same thing with the other one. Once I am satisfied with this beam, how it looks, how it's modeled, I would like to copy it, and I'm doing it using an array tool. I select one beam, go to array, change to last, click there, and now enter how many beams should be in the middle. So let's say 5. So now we have perfectly justified beams. The other options would be to use something that is called beam system. I have to draw boundary lines which will go around the walls, and you see now this beam system is creating using beam time mtimber 140, and we can change it to any other type. So there are two ways of doing it. We can also modify each element, for example change its justification.